Sahelanthropus is on the move. The instruments on the support chopper are all malfunctioning. And Eli's acting strangely for some reason. Something's not right. Boss, for now, just get away from that thing. Hurry!
Mas ela vai com um de dano. Eu roubei um bocado de tanque na tua missão. Cadê meus tanques? Para a batalha. Claro que os cachorros vão começar a zoar na hora que o cara começa a gravar, né? Sahelanthropus.
Got a spike on the RWR. Strange PRF.
What's wrong?
Control lost. Can't maintain RPM. We're settling.
Pra ver até os poros.
Recovered control. Ascending. Hey, Snake. There's something wrong with Eli.
Já passou. Eu já tava aí. Aí do nada eu troco de roupa já.
Wait!
Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who? Fall back! Fall back! units! Move in! Cypher will rewrite the records, and I will vanish from human memory. But the thirst for revenge that I have planted will infest the system! No one can stop it now! Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst unto the future! Major... I'm burning up!
Boss, get out of there! Out about Sahelanthropus, Skullface will have won. His plans will become reality. He won't even need to use nukes. That thing's mere existence would be enough to enslave humanity to the fear of nuclear Armageddon. It would tear the world apart. Stop it, boss. Destroy Sahelanthropus. Sahelanthropus. Destroy that thing. I'll rally Diamond Dogs and provide backup.
acabar no morro. Vou mostrar que o bichão.
Snake!
Essa pressão toda pra montar.
Let's see Skullface.
Não é possível que eu não peguei uma cash aí. Morri uma vez.
There were 3. Where's the other?
Very close to you.
Finish me. Kill me.
Depois de membrar vai sobreviver. Não é possível.
Do it yourself. Mission complete, boss.
Acho que vou, bruxo.
Kill me! Kill me!
Quem foi que fez isso?
I did it! Revenge!
Verei. Mais uma conquista. Parceiro de guerra. Aumentou o lasco para o máximo. Cassiar, velho. Pô. Mais uma conquista. Caveira. Cumprir a missão Sahelanthropus. Vai ter nem conquista de zerar?
Anyone can give up his fight by laying down arms. But the feeling of holding a gun, that we'll never forget. Like our lost limbs, the sensation lingers.
Here she comes! Here she comes!
We hold our rifles in missing hands. We stand tall on missing legs. We stride forward on the bones of our fallen. Then, and only then, are we alive. This pain is ours, and no one else's. The secret weapon we wield, out of sight. We will be stronger than ever, for our peace. Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst unto the future. Those were his last words.
Kaz.
Pretentious to the end. Still, doesn't feel like this is over. And I'll never be whole again.
Ini juga video kemarin.
In the deepest night, reaching out, grasping for a fleeting memory. All the thoughts keep piercing this broken mind. I fall, but I'm still standing, motionless.
Bau ya kawan.
The saints never die. Can't wash the blood on our hands. Let the world fill us all. It's just means to an end. Our salvation lies beyond the truth. Let me suffer in my heart, I just know that there's no way to light up the door in his
Por aí o negócio, né? Vai que. Não, lendário. Eu vi o que era fazer aí. Vou ficar jogando.
I won't scatter your sorrow to the heartless sea. I won't see you end as ashes. You're all diamonds.
This man acted as accomplice to the attack on Mother Base.
Why are you here? Revenge against the boss.
I'm not like you!
I think it is time you knew.
I'll go alone.
Boss, what are you...
We can't afford to lose anyone else.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? Or you?
Kill him!
What should we do, boss? Just give the order.
You're right, he is not one of us.
Boss.
Snake?
Não lembrava que tinha essa continuação.
Attention! Diamond Dogs! Even with Skullface dead, our brothers are unavenged. And the phantom pain he brought us lives on. Cypher is still out there. We know they planted spies, parasites among us. Watch the man to your left, to your right. Assume nothing. Report everything. It's the only way to protect ourselves. From here on out, you will be my eyes. deadliest enemy's right here in our midst. And they will get no mercy.
Ainda tem missão na história ou só vai aparecer um bocado secundário?
Even with Skullface dead, our pain is still right with us. We need more strength. We need more men. Diamond Dogs needs to be bigger. Missions have come in too. We still have a long road ahead of us.
Please select a mission.
A mesma aqui do 9, só que mais difícil. Isso eu tenho interesse de ficar fazendo isso.
Please select a mission.
Tá doida, amiga. Se os homens olham um travesti desse e olham nós, é lógico que eles vão querer o travesti, ué. Tá melhor do que nós 10 mil vezes.
Development project has been added.
É isso feito esse cacete. Uma missão só.
Sun will set shortly.
Emmerich didn't go with depleted uranium for Sahelanthropus' armor because of its strength.
He had nukes in mind.
Exactly. It's meant to use its body as the fuel component for a nuclear weapon. Sahelanthropus uses built-in uranium enrichment archaea to melt its own body and extract uranium-235 from the depleted uranium in its armor. Those archaea perform the enrichment in an extremely short time. The concentration jumps by a factor of several hundred, from 0.2% to over 90%. The end result being highly enriched weapons-grade uranium. Sahelanthropus' body itself becomes a nuclear bomb. Emmerich says if it were to self-destruct, the nuclear yield would be somewhere in the region of 15 kilotons. Since you need about 50 kilograms of highly enriched uranium to trigger a nuclear reaction, that would mean Sahelanthropus contains something like 23 tons of depleted uranium.
That's not very much.
No, it isn't. That's about what you'd expect to find in a main battle tank's armor. The point is, it can be transported anywhere, even use its conventional weaponry on the battlefield, and the international community will never suspect a thing. I just received word from the R&D team and the transport team out of Afghanistan. They finished installing Sahelanthropus on the base. It's ours now.
All right. Don't let any of the staff touch that thing. Especially Emmerich.
Of course. That guy's crush on Sahelanthropus is beyond a joke. Guess he really wants to see his tech stand on its own two legs this time.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it. So you've got no plans to make it operational again?
Damn right.
Boss, I want to hear it straight from you.
Hear what?
What the hell do you want with that thing? The drive is busted. It's not like it has a nuke on board. Even if the metallic archaea could turn it into a nuclear weapon, all it can do is self-destruct. Sahelanthropus just isn't a weapon anymore. It'll draw unwanted attention without even being a deterrent.
I know.
The weapons development strut sank 2 feet under that thing's weight. That's 1 year's drop in a single night. We've started on reinforcing the strut, but there's no guarantee it'll hold up if a storm hits.
I know that too.
Boss, why keep it?
It's a mark. Us Diamond Dogs, we don't have a country to call home. That means we have no past, nothing to prove that we lived. Every one of us threw it all away when we came here. Sahelanthropus is a symbol to show that the likes of us brought at least one crisis to its end.
A mark in history. So we can't just fade away.
It's of no practical use to us. But we still need it.
A symbol of what we've done. I'm glad I sounded you out on this. Snake, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you.
I don't need gratitude. I need security. Keep Emmerich away from that thing.
Roger that.
You said that the nuke Skullface was trying to spread around the world were equipped with a failsafe. Something that could shut them down at will. His will.
Quite so. After all, he needed a guarantee that a buyer wouldn't simply turn the weapons back on him.
So how can they be stopped?
The criticality trigger, that is, the detonator, is a complete black box design. Any attempt to dismantle it causes it to melt in seconds, using the corroding archaea. The design ensures that no detonation is possible unless he disengages the lock.
So he had a way to disengage it remotely.
Precisely. The client simply presses a button. At that moment, the detonator begins transmission with a surveillance satellite. The satellite reports to him how the client is trying to use the nuke. If he does not object, the lock is disengaged.
But if it's a risk to him in any way...
The detonator melts down. The same is true if detonation does not occur within a preset time after the lock is disengaged. The nuke is rendered useless.
Who the hell would buy something with strings attached like that?
The client would never know until the moment they actually try to use it. Most likely, he would have explained the time delay as the detonators needing time to activate. And he only intended to sell to technologically primitive groups in the first place.
Let me guess. He'd claim it was defective and offer a replacement. Shadier than a used car salesman.
Skullface shakes your hand like a friend, using the other to control you like a puppet. This is how he works.
Não é besta não. O que mais tem pra fazer?
Commencing platform construction.
Vou começar a fazer tudo que der aqui, né? De novo. Porra, isso aí tá boa, né? Não, tá engraçado, qual é o problema? O servidor merda.
Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction.
O ID tá cheio, tá quase cheio. Eu tô quase no máximo. ver como é que tá a galera aqui. Mario não tem ninguém, confinamento só tem um cara. Da equipe 698, cara. Não ruim não. O resto dessas fitas aqui. Talvez já no próximo vídeo. Talvez.
Code Talker. Haven't seen you eat a single thing since you got here. Let me guess. Photosynthesis?
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, a long time ago, I knew someone with a similar ability.
Well, you are correct. Most of my body is covered with parasites. I supply them with water, and in return I receive sugars they produce when exposed to light. It isn't just my skin either. The parasites also act as my eyes. They have replaced many of my internal organs as well. It is thanks to them that I live on after over a century.
How did you obtain them anyway? Through your research?
I would like to say as much, but there is more to it than that. Let me take you back 20 years. I had hit a dead end with my parasite research. Then I was approached by a foundation. They said they had a sample of an unusual strain of parasite.
Which foundation?
Apparently, they had links to ARPA. But that is all I learned. I was somewhat ignorant of the ways of the world. Just being able to study it was enough for me.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Go on.
Half in doubt, I visited them to discover the body of an old man. Well, to be precise, his partial remains. A collection of parts, you could say. The man had died in an explosion.
An old man, you say?
His flesh had not decomposed. In fact, the tissue's cells were still metabolizing. The parasite had infected, or should I say assimilated with, the tissues, and was keeping them alive. I became obsessed with studying the body parts, foregoing food and even sleep. Every day was filled with new discoveries. The parasite's biology, internal anatomy, life cycle. But there was only so much I could learn through observation. And so I made a decision. To truly know the parasites, I had to live with them.
So, you implanted them inside you from the dead man's flesh?
Correct. It was quite a gamble, whether or not they would adapt to me. But fortunately, it appears I was compatible with them. Or perhaps, through my many years of research, my immune system learned to tolerate them.
Were they that body's only parasite?
Yes. However, there was a separate specimen that supplied its host with adrenaline in response to pain, and yet another that could control insects at will through secreting heterogeneous pheromones. I wanted exposure to them, to take them into me, but my wishes were denied. Their records, though, provided clues that helped advance my research. Would you care to join me? A life spent never worrying about food is a most wonderful one.
I think I'll pass. But thanks. This has been helpful.
É doideira. Gosto de uns parasitas. Desenvolvimento.
Please specify a project.
também ruim de dinheiro. É difícil aqui, né? Dinheiro tá bravo aqui. Vou vender esse. Ah, meu canhão ficou comigo. Peraí. Que caro. Não, tem umas bolas. 1.400.000. Agora a gente desenvolve as coisas.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
Joga essa parada aqui.
Caution, rain approaching.
Supressão de ruído. Evidência vai estar tudo longe. Desde o começo. Tem que subir de nível assim. Vídeo 42. Cadê? Oh, esse aqui vem que eu quero. Semi-automático 12.7 mm. É esse que eu quero. Metralhadora. Vamos lá, primeiro porta. Eu não vou fazer esse bracinho porque eu vou usar, eu não tô com tempo de agora eu vou ter que fazer aqui mesmo, né? Ganhar o dinheiro fácil.
Marker placed.
Larga ali. Apanhou bastante.
Has that brat finally accepted that he lost? Hopefully now he'll be a bit more obedient.
Has been added. Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Mission
Boss.
list updated.
You can now give the order to develop or dispose of nuclear weapons from your iDroid. With a nuclear deterrent, even if you're discovered while infiltrating a rival PF's FOB, most PFs won't dare retaliate. But you, of all people, know how dangerous it can be to have nuclear weapons. So will you add nukes to our arsenal as a deterrent? Or will you take them away from other PFs and dispose of them to help build a world that's free of nuclear weapons? I'll leave that decision up to you.
Conclusão geral 36%. Ó.
Please select a mission. Plant expansion complete.
Gostei ainda. Recruto com nível 48. Vou ver aqui nível 38. Preciso que eu tô um bocado de cara em missões. As, no guys, ini.